I'm going to go back to the time zone script, and I'm going to write some more tests right here so you guys have more examples. Like for example, here we have this response time functionality that allows us to check the response time. And we can see that this one takes an average of 400 milliseconds. This is milliseconds, not seconds. And also the size, it is another important thing to take into consideration when we are checking our response. So here I'm gonna say, okay, I expect my response time to be below 1 second, for example. I could say that. So I'm gonna say 1000 milliseconds and I'm gonna run and it passes. But what happens if I say, okay, I expect my response to take just 10 milliseconds. I'm gonna run my test and then it will fail because the expected was to be below 10 and we got 142. So I'm just gonna leave 1000 here. And I'm gonna save it. So that's how we can test, explore, and write automated tests for our APIs. And now we're gonna see how to run them like simultaneously. Because as we saw how to run them like one by one and to check the results. But now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run the collection. So here we have the collection and here we have this run functionality. So I'm gonna click on it. And here we see all the requests or the APIs that we are going to run. And here we say, I just want an iteration. I'm not gonna create any delay because I have only 2 requests, but if I had 100, maybe I want to add a delay of maybe half a second between each request. I don't want to keep any variable values or save any cookie after collections, and I'm just gonna run it. Okay, so here we can see the results. We have this test and these 2 more tests, and all the 3 tests has passed. So I'm gonna make one of them fail. So you guys can see how we can see what fails when we run a collection. Okay, I'm gonna save this and then I'm gonna say run again. And here we can see that this test has passed, but this one has failed. And that's how we can see like a result, the result of all of our APIs running. And of course, here we can create end-to-end scenarios. Like for example, if we have an online store, we can have APIs to sign in and another API that is responsible to add some items to the cart, and another API to check that the items were successfully added to the cart. So we can create like a scenario, like a workflow, and do the same thing that we do manually in our UI automated tests. We can do the same with our APIs, and it is much faster. As you guys can see, this complete, it takes just a couple of seconds to run 2 or 3 APIs, and it could take about some minutes, 5-4 minutes to run, let's say 50 or more requests. So it is kind of a shift left testing, because we are testing before we could test before our UI is already built, and also we can run some tests when it's effortless to change something if something went wrong. And you of course can use this into CI/CD pipelines with Newman, and for example in Jenkins. That's an example. You can also do it with other tools. So that's it that I have for today, and I would like to know if you have any questions.